Okay, so on today's Busybody Chronicles, we are going to be swatching the wall because I am so tired of this blue accent wall. It did not come out right from jump, and after all this time, I had just left it alone. Now I am fed up with it, so we're getting rid of it. Starting off with swatching it to see if what I have in here actually translates well on there. So, the wall. This is just a glimpse of this ratchet accent wall. When we moved in, Tramel's actually the one that painted it, which is why it is half-assed, because I would have never left it like this, child.
Not me. Baby, who the fuck you thought I was?
Okay, and look at the ceiling. The damn ceiling. Paint all on the popcorn, which will be addressed at some point in time in the name of Jesus, because who likes popcorn ceilings? But anyhow, more about this damn blue. It's not even it's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. Look at this side. Keep in mind, I did not paint this. Look what child, if it wasn't for my exceptional decorating skills,
It's some bullshit. I said I was.
which are not exceptional. That was a joke. That stuff would have just been popping out and standing out like crazy. So we do have this brick wall here, which I think pairs well with the white, if that's what you want to call it, on the popcorn ceiling. So why not paint this white in the meantime while I reconfigure the entire room? So with that being said, we have this Worcester brush. These are really good to hold, you know, for handheld things or whatever. Obviously, eventually, if I like the color, when I paint the whole thing, I will be using a roller. Even though they did texture these walls, which is extremely annoying as well, but ain't nobody fitting to be skim coating this entire house. So texture walls it is. And then I have this Bear Dynasty in ultra pure white. I wanted a different white, but they said I couldn't get a different white in the paint sample size because it's a sample size, which I thought gave a little bit of lazy lies, but anyhow, we're gonna roll with it. Now y'all, I was initially very impressed with how much coverage the Bear Dynasty paint gave, especially over such a dark blue and bringing it all the way up to white. I don't know if it was the brush or just the fact that we are dealing with such a drastic contrast, or the freaking textured walls, or some combination of the three. But it did start to show you know, patches of like fading the more I got it on the wall. But initially, my initial impressions of the Dynasty line are extremely high. I think that if we were going for similar colors, there would be no need to really have to probably go back through and do a second coat. Definitely don't need a third coat. The Dynasty line is designed for exactly what I'm doing here, and it's designed so that way you don't need paint primer. And so it's really much so a one and done application. But again, I'm going from such a dark color to a light one over textured walls, so that is very likely why I felt like I eventually started to see a lot of bleed through, or whatever the term may be that is applicable here. At any rate, unfortunately, the rest of the house is beige, so this particular color white, once again, this is not the original white that I wanted, is not going to work actually, but here we are. Okay, and for whatever reason the camera stopped midway through me painting that patch. This is how much I actually completed, and as you can see there, it's not one smooth application. I don't think that this is actually the paint's problem. I think this is more so the area that I was working with as an issue because of the textured walls. The walls are not smooth, and you know, things like that. And again, we're going over a very dark color, so you can see the patchiness of things. And it also could be that the paint was a little thick. If we are thinking about it maybe being a paint issue, this paint was very thick. I do think that is an intention of the Dynasty line, but the paint was actually very thick in the can. But nevertheless, but this is a glimpse of it with the broader room in mind. So we can kind of get an understanding of maybe what it might look like. Completely white, obviously not with those curtains. Just want to transition to just blinds or plantation blinds, or maybe a combination of blinds and just the shears that I have here, because I do have the shears there. I'm not sure about the windows just yet, but yeah, this is what it would potentially look like, completely white, maybe with the same artwork, maybe not. So those are the pillows over there. We'll see. Okay, so I will obviously continue to work on this wall. That is what my goal was for today, is to at least get something on the wall to see what it looked like. That's the purpose of paint swatching. I do have a significant amount of paint left in that jar, so I probably will just still use that. And then once I settle on a particular white that I like, at least I've already gone over some of the wall with this other white, and that will create a you know, first coat, first layer, and I don't have to buy as much additional paint to finish the wall. Maybe the pint size or something like that. I don't think I need a full can, because we didn't use a full can originally, and this came out perfectly fine on here. So I will leave today's video where it is and provide an update once we move forward with the rest of the wall so elegantly behind me, and we will go from there. If you have any tips, any pointers, obviously comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow. Well, that's subscribe. Do all the things, okay? Alright, thank you guys.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat, tears, and blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future turning up, what a time to be alive.